All right, hi guys, it's Mr. C with your Level 6 Math, and today we're looking at Lesson 4, Unknown Numbers in Multiplication and Division. In our last lesson, we did unknown numbers in addition and subtraction, and the good news is this isn't too much different from what we did there. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and head into this. With multiplication, remember that we have two factors that create a product, right? So just like in addition, if we cover one of those factors up, in addition we'd say 4 plus what equals 12, and it would be 4 plus 8 because we could subtract the 4 from the 12. In multiplication, we have to multiply. 4 times what equals 12. And so to solve for that, we can just divide 12 by 4. 12 divided by 4 equals 3. So we can cover up the different parts of the equation to solve for it. So if we cover the 4, we get 12. If we cover up the 3, we could do 12 divided by 4 equals 3 and solve for it that way. Okay, so here we're finding the value of A. What times 6 equals 72? We'll just divide 72 by 6. So if we do that, 72 divided by 6, 6 goes into 7 one time. I'm doing it the long way, and then they'll show you the short way. And then we drop the 2. 6 goes into 12 two times. So 6 times 12 is 72. That's one of our multiplication tables. So you probably could have done it with mental math. But then we can check our work. 12 times 6 is 72, is that correct? Yes, it is. All right, so here they show with short division, you can do the same thing to find that unknown factor. Okay, so now we can do the same thing here. It's the same problem, they just wrote the multiplying different, right? So instead of x, 6xw, 6 times w, we just are writing them together. That means it's multiplying. Or you could put the 6 in parentheses or the w in parentheses, and we know they're multiplying. So here, we just want to divide by 6. Now, I like this setup because, again, I like to do both sides of the equal sign, and that way you can just take whatever isn't w and get rid of it, divide by w, divide by 6, we want w by itself. So then we get just w because the 6's cancel out, and 84 divided by 6 will be our answer. Now, let's have them set up the work here. So they divide 84 by 6 and get 14. So that's your unknown number. And you can always check your work. You take 14, you plug it back in, 14 times 6 is 84. Okay, the division problems go through a similar process. In the division fact, we've got 3 numbers. If one's unknown, we can figure out the others. So if I don't know what this is, that's just a normal one. 24 divided by 6 is 4. But I could also cover up that one and say, okay, what divided by 6 equals 4? Well, 24, and you get that by multiplying the 4 and the 6, and then you get 24. If I covered up the 6, what 24 divided by what equals 4? Well, you can divide 24 by 4, and that gives you your 6. So you can play around with the different numbers and figure it out. I, of course, like to set up the equal sign and solve it that way. So we'll see on this one. They set it up on the equal sign. Now remember, k over 6 is the same thing as k times 1/6. So we have k by itself already. We have to get rid of that 1/6. And you do that by multiplying by the reciprocal, which is 6. So if we multiply this side by 6, we just get k. And if we multiply this side by 6, we get 90. So k is going to equal 90, and we can check that by saying 90 divided by 6 equals 15. All right, so they're going to do the same thing. They're going to set it up. K divided by 6 is 15. Then we're going to say, okay, 15 times 6 will equal that number. So you can practice it that way and get 90. 126 divided by m equals 7. This is like 126 divided by m. That's how they had it on the last one, so it's not too different. But if we're dividing it by here, we're going to multiply by m to get rid of it, so that would go to both sides. So again, this is the way I do it, not the way they do it, but it helps me keep it straight. So if I multiply by m, that will cancel out. But then if I do it on this side, I have to do it on this side. So then I get 7m. To get rid of the 7, I have to divide by 7. And I'll also have to divide this by 7. So then I get 126 divided by 7 equals m. And my answer is going to be 18 equals m. I can check my work there by just saying 126 divided by 18 equals 7, and it will check out. So they're going to rewrite it like this. 126 divided by m equals 7. So 7 times what equals 126? So we just will divide 126 by 7, and we get 18. Okay, we can check our work. 18 times 7 equals 126. That's it. So not too different from our last lesson. We're just doing multiplication and division this time. Good luck.